Just with rashaan possibly missing this game, is it going to be Trey at left tackle? Is that the plan right now?
Oh, what did Brandon say?
I won't tell you.
Whatever he said. Yeah, that's the plan.
He said you're working through it
Yeah.
on Monday, meaning that by Tuesday you have the decision.
Yeah. No, he lined up there today. So.
So with Trey, how much have you kind of grown in the year that you've been with him so far?
Yeah, I mean, he just comes to practice every day, works at it, takes coaching well, and so yeah, he'll be ready to go.
How challenging will the formulating the protection plan be this week? With rashaan down and obviously going up against these edge rushers.
Yeah, I mean, it's challenging regardless of who you got blocking. But listen, obviously we're going to miss rashaan, but we trust Trey to go in there and do his job, and we'll give him help when appropriate. But yeah, I think he'll be ready to go.
The throw that Justin made to Jalen.
Yeah.
Been coaching this game a long time. Where does that rank in terms of throws?
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. Just not just the distance, but the accuracy with which it fell into his arm. So, probably didn't appreciate it enough in the moment. But obviously, there's been a lot of hoopla around it, and deservedly so. It's I think we all know he's a very talented kid or a young man, and expect to see more of that in the future.
The hit that he took on the play, do you think that affected the throw at all? Because watching it, it looks like, oh my God, he got hit while he threw.
Yeah.
That makes it even more impressive, or do you think it wasn't really that much?
Yeah, I mean, how much could it have affected it?
That's
Yeah,
point.
so I'm going to guess not a lot, but yeah. So yeah, I think he got it off in time and just took the hit afterwards.
You have someone like Justin that has that ability. How does that change the sort of that thinking end of the half stuff? I mean, because you don't need a whole lot of time, obviously. With
Right.
like him. So
Yeah. I mean, he can. In all honesty, Jalen was really running a clear out route. And it's one that you alert. Hey, if you see it pop open, and I think if he wasn't flushed, it would have been hard to find it. But the fact that play got extended, he was able to see him split those safeties. And but that being said, there are plays in our playbook that you would not run with most other quarterbacks, and so that certainly helps. Yep. No, go ahead. I was just saying that, yes, there are things that we put in that probably wouldn't be doable for a lot of guys.
On that play, the play was supposed to go to Josh on the corner?
Yeah, we had Josh to the field, and you read it out. There's a couple options on it, a deep dagger backside and a deep out. And so, you're hoping to get a chunk, really thinking with the amount of time on the clock, hoping to get in a field goal range. But a lot of our plays do have a, deep option that you don't expect the defense to give to you. But, you alert it. We say, hey, it's not really in the progression, but just keep your eyes down the middle of the field. If he splits the defense, here we go. And, as he got flushed, I'm sure it popped to him probably a little clearer than if he was throwing in rhythm.
This, say at the end of the half or at the end of the game, like we saw last night with the Cardinals too at the end of the first half, teams don't need much time anymore to score.
Mm-hmm.
How much has that changed in your time in the league? I don't know. It seems like the last few years, these quarterbacks have gotten so good that they only need a handful.
Yeah, I think if some of the mobility of these guys, their ability to extend plays, and therefore let some of these plays develop downfield. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I know you never feel comfortable when you're on defense, and you never feel out of it when you're on offense. So certainly, I can think back. We've had some drives where we were able to get in a scoring position or score pretty quickly in New Orleans. But certainly, as you brought up, Justin's arm strength and his ability to extend plays, it makes it easier.
Joe, Josh Farmer had a big role in the game with Keenan out. How did he perform last week?
I thought he was excellent. The touchdown catch I thought was a great route, great throw by Justin. I thought that was fantastic. And so, he's just, we've talked about him. He's a guy that keeps improving. I think he's a guy we had obviously we drafted him, we had a high opinion of him, but he's impressed us since he's been here. And, he got a few more opportunities because of Keenan's absence, and sometimes that's all you need. And, there's a bright future for him. And
nice block and one of Austin's
yeah.
long run. In terms of blocking, how is he doing there?
Good. He's dependable. He's physical, accountable. I mean, he's everything you want. He'll do the dirty work, but he can make the flashy plays too. And so it's a nice combination.
first scoring drive you had, when Austin had the 1-yard touchdown,
Mhm.
you were able to break off some runs and really get the running game going on that
Yeah.
drive. How much did that open things up for you over the course of the game, just having, sort of having that rushing attack early on that drive?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, it's I think we rushed for over 150 yards and ran it over 35 times, I think. And so, it was just nice to, and I think that's a really good front that we were blocking. And so it's a, credit to the offensive line. And it just, we've said it before, it just is, fewer bad things can happen when you run the ball, but obviously you don't always get as many good things as happen. And when you're consistently getting chunks in the running game, it takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback, it takes a lot of pressure off the O-line from a pass blocking perspective. And so if you're able to run consistently and efficiently, it certainly helps, all parts of the offense and the team.
How much better are the Chiefs playing on defense now than the first time you guys played in this season?
Yeah, I think, again, there's always sample sizes. Sometimes I think we can see a couple games and feel like, oh, this team stinks, and maybe it just they just had some bad luck or had a couple bad performances. And obviously they've been playing really good lately. I think maybe they were not as bad as people were saying early in the year. But they have gotten better. I think they're executing better. I think, getting, healthy has helped them. They're playing the run a lot better. And, I think it's been a top 5 defense over the last few weeks. And so I know Steve from his time in New Orleans. I know he's a good football coach, and he's got those guys playing really well.
How much does the defense change without Chris Jones in there?
Well, I mean, he's obviously one of the more dominant defensive linemen in the NFL. So I'm sure just like we're not happy that Slater's out, I'm sure they're not happy that he's out. And so, he's a big part of what they do. And so, but, they've got depth over there, so they'll have good players replacing them. But obviously, when you're one of the best, it's hard to replace.
The long completion, the 36-yarder to Josh, was that like a variation of week where he slipped out on the play action?
Yeah. A lot of times we'll have got called back, but we scored to Parham on a similar concept against the Cowboys, and so it's heavy run fake, and you sneak out the other side, and it was a really good throw and catch by Justin and him.
The difference there is, usually you do it to a tight end.
Yeah.
So I guess with him, it's basically.
Yeah, it's like you're down blocking as a tight end, but they're in that position more. But we put Josh in that position a lot in the run game, and so it's believable.